Hi guys, welcome back to my channel where I share my spiritual journey, my healing journey, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between, and nothing but authenticity. So in this video, I want to talk about my awakening. Excuse me. So throughout my journey, I went through two. In 2011, I went through a little awakening, and then major awakenings. And then a couple years ago, I went through another one. 3 years ago, or 3.5 years. But anyways, and yeah, it changed my world. Okay, and it changed my world. And it's like, those that been through this, it's a huge blessing, and it is, sometimes it could feel like chaotic, you know what I mean, when you're going through it. It's a process, you know what I mean, and you're like, I'm like, Lord, how do I explain it? Awakening, but like glass, matte, the matte, girls know matte, nail polish. Well, it's like looking at a glass that's matte finish or whatever, and then when you go through awakening, it's like a glass. Hold on. I can't find the picture. But anyways, it's like, walking, I was walking in my journey, and normally what sparks an awakening, what I learned is just a traumatic, excuse me. Don't forget to speak affirmations over your life. Affirmations. Affirmation cup. Anyways, squirrel. Is a traumatic event. And yeah, and then in my situation, as I share, my past, breaking generational curse from narcissists and all the stuff that I went through, I believe that sparked my awakening, another awakening. And anyways, and it's crazy because when I was walking in my journey, and I went through this, and then not just that, you're transforming into this new version of who I am now, okay? So you're breaking off, how can I say it? Old, outdated beliefs, old, outdated ways. Like, I was breaking off, you know what I mean? Like, and the way I was thinking, the processing, and then not just that, you're all the truth is being revealed to you, in your life, And so a perfect example is, a lot of people could be, in my life that were not for me, you know what I mean? And again, that's why I share my, our story and stuff like that, I couldn't see when I was unawakened, you know what I mean? And so, and then, you just like, you couldn't get your finger on it, but you knew, it's like a fog, you know what I mean? And as you're going through, you're evolving, and you're going through this awakening, and you're going through the rebirth. It was crazy, you know what I mean? Like, I would see things, and I'm like, what the heck? And it was like real, you know what I mean? And I can't even explain. And then you would feel this high, you know what I mean? Like, I would feel like, whoa, what's happening? You know what I mean? Like, my spiritual body. And and it feels chaotic, because normally when you go through those, is like you're breaking off. Like I said, I broke a generational, a lot of things in my past, the old version of me that, again, when I went through awakening and rebirth, it was shedding off that old version of myself, you know what I mean? Healing my mindset, healing, you know what I mean? Like, and how can I say that? I'm trying to really, but again, that, the cocoon, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm getting my wings now. I could fly. Get what I'm saying? I'm breaking out of that cocoon. That dark shell is ripping off. You know what I mean? And metamorphosing into the butterfly. You know what I mean? That's what pretty much awakening is. And you're shedding out. You know what I mean? Like, this past version of yourself. So it feels like, painful, because you're removing old things, old friendships, old, and God's revealing the truth. You know what I mean? Or, it was very, very amazing, hard, but amazing at the same time, because now I see a lot of things, you know what I mean? Like, and you awakened to people, places, things that were not for you. You know what I mean? Like, and in this light, in your version, and it's like, whoa, you know what I mean? Like, and it is a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, and it really changed me and saved me. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like that saying, you guys, like, I was blind, but now I see. And he removed the veil off of my eyes. You know what I mean? It's like we're walking this world blind. You know what I mean? And when you go through awakening, it's like crystal clear. You know what I mean? And you know those that have been through it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to explain. You know, I see there's so many fancy ways, and I'm like, Lord, how do I explain this? You know, but and you see things, you know what I mean, and that's normal, and it is real, you know what I mean, and so, like, depending on your purpose and stuff like that, like, I seen some crazy stuff, you know what I mean, and I was going through it, it was like, what the heck, you know, and I'm like, my eyes, like, and but yeah, it was just, again, and then you're elevating and you're evolving and transforming, you know what I mean? And so it's a hard transition because you're literally, it's pain. I don't know how to explain that, but it's painful, but it's not, because you're breaking free. And so, and then growth hurts, you know what I mean? When we change is hard for a lot of people, you know what I mean? But it's good, you know, and I went through a lot, you know what I mean? Like, and then going through it, and he helped me so much, you know, and moved people that were no good for me in my life, you know, and I'm very thankful, you know what I mean? Like, and that he's, you know, I went through this awakening and it just made me see clear. And why wouldn't you want to see, you know what I mean? Like, you know, why wouldn't you want to see those that are not for you, those that are using you, those are, you know what I mean? That's one part of the process, you know what I mean? Like, and that's why you go through awakening, so you can see clearly, you know what I mean? Or it just awakens you to a lot of things in this world, you know what I mean? And it changes you, you know, and it's a good thing, you know what I mean? It's such a good thing and beautiful. And once you get through it and stuff like that, and I'm very open. Like, I just, like, and I think mine was open, and but you just start seeing the truth. You get what I'm saying? It's like you're walking in this foggy, you know what I mean? And boom, you go through this awakening, and it's like, oh my gosh, like, you, like, oh my God, you were never for me, you know what I mean? Like, what the heck? You know what I mean? Like, or things that, you know, it's just unbelievable, guys. I just wanted to share, you know, a little bit about this, you know, awakening, and, you know, it's a beautiful thing, you know what I mean? And it gives you the truth. It sheds out a lot of mindset. It sheds out, you know, just the real beautiful version of you, you know what I mean? And it sheds out the old, outdated version of you. You get what I'm saying? Like, that no longer, and then it aligns you with what you really want in life, you know what I mean? And that's, I think, part of the too, is awakening, is it aligns you with, you know, manifestations, stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like, and who God really sees you as, you know what I mean? Like, in the word is like, I was blind, and God wants you to see, you know what I mean? I was blind, but now I see, and removes the veil off your thing, you know what I mean? And it's just a beautiful awakening, is beautiful, you know what I mean? Like, and and it just helps you to see the truth in life, you know what I mean? And in your life, and then once you get through it, it's like you're just awoke, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm like, Lord. Another thing, you guys, is the body, your physical. There's a lot of emotions you're going to go through, you know, so you could be imbalanced, you know what I mean? Like, and I went through, and when I, you know, went through my awakening, I was connecting even more to, you know, the earth, the world, the nature, you know what I mean? Like, that's another thing, you know, if you know you're going through, you're just like, you connect to the water, and then just, you know, the birds, and like, You just like, you just start reconnecting, you know what I mean? And with yourself, your intuition, that's another thing, is your intuition gets heightened. Okay, your habits, a lot of things that it's like shedding out. It's what it is. It's shedding out a toxic version of you. It's like I say, you know what I mean? And creating a new version of you. You know what I mean? Healthy habits, healthy mindset, healthy. That's how I can explain it. You know what I mean? And just like an old, the old you is like going do. Being lost, all that stuff. Like I went through so much, you know what I mean? Like you could be in this moment, of not, there was a lot, when you go through those, your emotions everywhere, you're shedding out these things, and it's in layers, you know what I mean? And, it's intense, you know what I mean? But beautiful once you get through it, it's like, wow, it's like crystal clear, and just, everything's aligning and shifting in the right places, and you know what I mean, like, and just my energy, like, unbelievable, guys. Oh, that was another one too. And again, learning to let go. That's a good one when you go to awakening. You learn to, instead of making them happen, you just let it go. You let it go to God, Like my thing, I'm a spiritual person, so I'm a big believer in God and the God of the universe. And so I've learned to really let go and release, you know what I mean? Instead of just forcing things to do it, make things happen in your life. That was a good one. Another one, sorry, I have a look at my list. Another one is is to act spontaneously and not it removes like a lot of fear-based actions, you know what I mean, based on your experiences in life and stuff like that. And so instead of removing the fear, you know what I mean, like enjoying the moments, overwhelming appreciation. Again, you see a lot of my videos, I'm like thanking God. You can see, and somebody's just like, I'm so thankful, and like you can see him. And and then again, another one is judging yourself. You know what I mean? You just, again, it's just shedding this new version and learning, and it's like you're just like, it's a part of you, loving yourself and learning that, you know what I mean, and just so much self-love, you know what I mean, when you're going through these. And you just don't judge yourself anymore, you know what I mean, you lose interest, and then another one is loving without expecting, you know what I mean, and you just, again, connecting with your soul, connecting with your mind, shedding out anything that no longer serves you, you know what I mean. Beautiful, you guys. And giggly, you're gonna feel like a high. I'm just trying to give you guys my thing. It's like hard to explain these things, but you might feel high. It's just like, I don't know how to explain, like you just are just going through this time warps. You feel like it, boom boom, like, and like I'm still feel like I'm evolving, you know what I mean, like I don't know, there's moments I can just feel, you know what I mean, like what's going on now, you know what I mean, but anyways, but a spiritual awakening is so beautiful and it's amazing. And again, it just, I was blind, now you see that, a lot of things is just removing that veil, if you're, you know what I mean, and seeing the truth in your life, in our walks, you know what I mean, and just connecting with our soul, our inner self, you know what I mean. But anyways, I just wanted to share that and say God bless you guys. And yes, I will see you on my next video. And awakening is beautiful. It's beautiful for your soul. It's beautiful. You're going to walk around crystal clear. Just so much beauty in that, you guys, you know. And it, like I said, and you're not crazy. It's all the symptoms you go through if you've gone through this, you know. And this is beautiful, you know what I mean? Enjoy it. Just enjoy the ride, you know what I mean? Let it go. Just let it happen. I'm telling you guys, you come out of that awakening, it's like, whoa. But it's, yeah, again, and it's just changes you, you know what I mean? It saves your life, you know? And so, it feels like it's scary and stuff when you're going through it, but it's really not, you know what I mean? And, yeah, just let it ride. Like I said, I let my thing ride, and so much beauty came out of it, you know? But anyways, God bless you guys, and I will see you on my next video. Okay? Bye.